Hello, and welcome back to the Blazers Talk Ball podcast. My name is Chase Curlin, and on today, November 5th, we'll be continuing our series, diving in and talking about each NFL team and how they're stacking up to their preseason expectations at the midway point in the season. Today, we have the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys come to the midway point of the season at 3-5-1, headed into their bye week. So you could say they're probably right around expectations. After last year, with quarterback Dak Prescott getting hurt and them not finishing the season strong last year, people kind of expected more of the same, especially when you trade away your best player and edge rusher in Micah Parsons to the Packers. But let's look at the good before we dive on into what's wrong with the team and why they have a losing record. Obviously, what is good? Quarterback Dak Prescott is 88 PFF grade. He's ranked as the fifth best quarterback in the league this year. He's playing phenomenal. He has 17 touchdown passes to 6 interceptions, 2,300 yards. He's playing like an MVP candidate. He's holding up his part of the bargain, holding up the team to at least trying to be relevant. Really, the whole offense in general has been really, really good. Javonte Williams was just supposed to be like a 1 year transition piece. Instead, he's top five in the NFL in rushing yards with 716 yards. He has 8 touchdowns. He's played really well. Really looks like his college self, um, and looks like the Cowboys are getting the best out of him, even though he's coming off the injury. So teams weren't too high on him, but he's played very, very well. Outside of him, however, there's really no clear running back two. Miles Sanders was playing actually all right before he got hurt in week 3. The Cowboys were really looking for a rookie Jaden Blue out of Texas to step up into the limelight. He has not been what the Cowboys expected so far in his rookie year. So outside of Javonte Williams, there's really no rushing threat. The receivers, George Pickens has been phenomenal in his first season in Dallas. 49 catches, 764 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He has been playing amazing. I say his PFF grade shows that as well. 82, 12th out of 128 wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb, even though for being hurt for a couple of games, he still is playing well, almost 500 yards, 1 touchdown. We got to give him the end zone a little more. Jake Ferguson, the Cowboys gave him a contract extension right before the season started, and it's looking like it's worth every penny. 56 receptions, 400 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's looked really, really solid. He's really been Dak's security and checkdown blanket. Um, the problem in the Cowboys pass game is the lack of a wide receiver three, a lack of a target or threat in the third wide receiver spot. Uh, People really thought it was going to be Kevontae Turpin. He's been hurt for a bit of the season, and he's really still stayed as that really dangerous return man on kickoff and punt return. A couple games where CD was hurt, Ryan Flournoy stepped in. He has 200 yards and a touchdown. Outside of him, Jalen Tolbert continues to underperform year after year. I say Luke Schoonmaker and backup tight end, fullback Hunter Lipke. No one is just standing out as another threat outside of the main three here. So that's something Dallas has to get figured out. If you look at the offense, still, like I said, Javonte Williams really, really well. 12 out of 52 running backs. Um, Even though CeeDee Lamb's been hurt, he still has a 75 grade. The main issue with the Dallas Cowboy offense has been their offensive line. When people think of the Cowboys, they think of the really stout, tough offensive lines, which everyone's able to run behind for massive yards, and that's just not there this year. You look at his 2 starting tackles, Tyler Guyton, the second-year man out of Oklahoma, he has a grade of 54. That's not very good. Terrence Steele, who was signed to a contract extension a couple years ago, 64. That's not very good. And that's on the outside. You get the interior, Tyler Smith, they're all pro level guard, 64. That's below average. Say you have Tyler Booker, the rookie out of Alabama. He's actually played really well. And then at center, you have Cooper Beebe. His grade's really low. But what some of that is this offensive line's been hurt. They've been shuffling guys in like TJ Bash, like Hakeem Adeniji, like Ajani Cornelius, Nathan Thomas. They've been rotating guys in to get playing time because of injuries. So if you have that core offensive line stay together a little longer, I think this offense can really explode into something really, really good. Um, One other point that I'd like to make about the Dallas Cowboys offense, even though he's not scoring touchdowns, kicker Brandon Aubrey has been amazing. He's arguably been the best kicker of the year. He's missed one field goal, one extra point. His leg, we all know, can kick from 50, 60 yards, and he has just proven to be the best kicker in the league. Offensive total wise, they scored or top four in the league in points per game, top three in yards. The Reds or the third down conversion is number seven, which is very very really really good, 43%. Their one consistent issue is that when they get inside the red zone, they struggle to score. Um, 12 in the league, only 62% of the time scoring a touchdown when they get in the red zone. That's one of their main problems that they need to get figured out. Now, you see the good. Now we go to the bad. You look at the defense. Second worst in the league in points per game. Second worst in yards per game. Worst against the third down. You look at this and say, oh, they're good in the red zone. Teams are scoring touchdowns from 50, 60 yards out. They're not letting them get in the red zone. They look okay against the run game. The past couple of weeks have been a bit more of a struggle, but they started off solid against the run game, which is what the Cowboys expected. When you trade away Micah Parsons and you say, oh, we traded him away because we need to stop the run, and you get all pro defensive tackle Kenny Clark from the Packers. Now, Kenny Clark has not played up to his standard this year with only a 62 PFF grade, but really none of the defense has. You look at the edge rushers and people who are supposed to take over for Micah Parsons. Sam Williams, second worst edge rusher, a grade of 40, not good. Marshawn Nealon, 51.7, 104th, not good. They traded for Peyton Turner. Peyton Turner hasn't even played enough. He's been on IR. Dante Fowler Jr., 81.5. He's been solid, but mostly in the run game, not as a pass rusher. Rookie Donovan Ezeraku, he's flashed these last couple of games, and he looks to be a bright spot on defense, not just for this season, but for seasons to come. And you sign Jadeveon Clowney after week 2. You know, he's been good, but 33 years old, he is not a permanent move. And then James Houston, who leads the team in sacks with 3.5. He's been a guy who's bounced around on teams' practice squads and really just hasn't been good enough to make NFL rosters, and he's leading us in sacks this year. So that's not exactly what you want to see out of your defense. But arguably, that's been the best part of the defense. The interior defensive line, we talked about Kenny Clark. Osai Odigizua got a contract extension before the season. He's not playing up to standard. Solomon Thomas, when he's on the field, is really, really productive. That's just the problem. He's down the field a lot. Coaches don't play him a lot. So with this defense, I don't just think it's a scheme issue. I also think that the players just aren't very good. These inside linebackers I'm going to talk about, Kenneth Murray, Jack Sanborn, Shamar James, are all bad. I mean, look at Kenneth Murray, 78th, a grade of 40. Jack Sanborn, 56.3. They're both not good in pass coverage, and they both get bullied in the run game. They're blocked 10 yards down the field, not making tackles. Shamar James is a rookie, wasn't supposed to get this such playing time, and his strengths are the run game and blitzing. Well, we don't blitz the linebacker, so he's back there in pass coverage, not knowing what to do. Then you look at the DBs, the safeties, again, horrendous. Wanye Thomas has been forced to see the field because of injury. He's not playing well. Malik Hooker, who was once good, he's on IR. He had a 60 before he went on IR. Donovan Wilson, Marquise Bell, again, they're not good in coverage. They get lost in man coverage. They're bad in zone, and they're too soft to make plays in the round game to tackle. Donovan Wilson has been on this team far too long, in my opinion. You go to the cornerbacks, which are supposed to be a strength of this team because you have star guys like Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland. Bland has a 61.7. Diggs can't stay healthy. He has a 58.7. These guys are not just getting it done. And the Cowboys are now at an issue where do you trade Trayvon Diggs and try and get something out of him just because he's hurt and not living up to his talent? Kaiir Elam made a trade with the Bills for Kaiir Elam. There's a reason they wanted him off the team. He's not playing well. Kalen Carson just got back from injury, so he's been playing okay. I like what I see out of Kalen. And then there's 2 injuries here on the defensive side with Siobhan Revel, the rookie out of ECU. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. I have a lot of high hopes for him. He's set to be coming back soon. He's a big, strong, long, fast cornerback. Hopefully that can lock down one side of the field. And then Josh Butler last year made some really, really nice plays in a couple games before getting hurt. Once he's back on the field, I expect him to make an impact. Now, 2 new additions to this Cowboys defense just made the other day, trading a 7th-round pick to the Cincinnati Bengals for middle linebacker Logan Wilson, and trading a first-round pick to the New York Jets for defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. I really like both of these trades. These are both really, really talented players, in my opinion. Quentin Williams is obviously one of the best at his position, so he's bound to shore up that defensive line. And Logan Wilson is there to strengthen the linebacker core until you get the Marvian Overshown back, Agent Zero, who was playing at an all pro level for the Cowboys last year before getting hurt. Um, Overall, this team has talent on the offensive side, especially. And you just hope that the defense can at least become average. If they become average or mediocre, this team has a shot at making the playoffs because the NFC right now is a bloodbath. There's no clear favorite. So you just hope that the defense gets healthy, the scheme issues get fixed, and the players actually start playing up to their potential for this team to help out the offense and for this team to have a shot at making the playoffs.